I'm excited. I'm very excited to play this game. I just found out about this game's existence yesterday, and I was so enthralled with the idea. This is a game about blinking. See, every time you blink, the game will notice. See how this works? Okay.
Get away, you mucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, I'm yours.
Hello there, stranger.
Yo!
You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Am I? I can't tell.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or
Dude, you don't even know.
hands to shake with,
I love this man.
nose to look down.
I bet this would be super cool in VR.
So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body,
It's all wind
your
up.
body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius.
Oh, shucks.
I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch. Or
Yeah, I feel like I'm just a giant floating pair of eyes.
notion? A better word than that.
Yo, my boy's got a dictionary or a thesaurus. Yeah, it says thesaurus. I'm naming you
premonition
Clark.
When a soul's worth pulling up.
Little name tag right here that says, "Hi, my name's Clark." Yeah, because these are
See
floating
that tower
eyeballs.
out there?
Oh,
Big,
frick.
scary one. That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna
What?
present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern.
Look, dude, I just got
She's
here.
impressed. I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city.
Wait, I'm dead.
She ain't. Well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you. Well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up.
They're calling him a liar?
You had your chance.
Oh, I'm in.
Ball you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
What do you say, Clark?
So sure.
Nah,
maybe I'm
that
not the
fish
most
is looking rough.
verbose storyteller out there, but
We're kind
I
of
know
coming
how
up
to
on that
spin a
big time.
yarn if I'm given something to work with.
Boy, you want to talk about my
That's where you
life?
come in.
I kind of thought he was a
Your
cat
life.
too.
You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great.
Oh.
So, just think back
But what if I'm not?
to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But
Oh.
understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best to keep this
The
in
thing
time
to
with my
remember about
actual
blinking
blinks.
Is, well, it's only a matter of time. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Oh, snap! Let's get in there!
Look at that sun.
Try to make me blink,
Got
woman?
a long, beautiful day ahead.
I ain't trying to blink! Who's talking to me?
Why are you smiling like that?
Like
You
this?
must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get that.
Oh, frick. So this game becomes a can I hold my eyes open long enough? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little boat, a lot of pixie dust and a few little clouds. And Ooh. Heck yeah, I'm getting more of the story. Was this like my wife? Yo, that's our rock! That's our pet rock! Wait, what? Did your paper blow away? That was the original Clark. I named the put a little name tag on him. Hi, my name is Clark. This was the OG Clark.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Wait, is this my mom or my wife?
You see that big spiky plant?
Okay, well, good news is you can't blink. I'm clicking, but it's not. I think you have to. What?
Don't you see it?
I don't want to click yet. I want to look at stuff. Ah. Oh.
That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
I don't want to blink because I don't want to miss flavor text.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I put it in here? No.
No, Seagull got it! Hey, get back here, you stinky gull. Oh, God, okay.
Okay. Go ahead, kid.
Okay, so that was my mom.
Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea.
So,
It'd really be something to see how he grows.
nothing crazy, Sugar. We were just at the beach with our
Food on
mom.
This thing is fantastic.
I'm trying to keep my eyes open so I can get through. I don't want to cheat too much.
What was that beep?
That's my dad.
You know what's odd? So I fear this battery isn't even working. Load memory stick. What does that mean?
Yo! Allow me to perform the TriforceCaboose Symphony.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Absolutely!
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
Nah, Mom, you're great. Look, it's only January 7th. I want to play with my block because I got a toy heli. Yo, what is that, bat duck? I blinked. I gotta go. Yo, rub-a-dub-dub!
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Popping the bubbles!
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
My dad got those little dad love handles. They even cell shaded them.
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worry that might have something to do with it.
Yes, come to me! Aha! Something about those bubble popping sounds is incredibly fantastic. Wait, can it pop all the bubbles? I have to know though. I mean, we don't. There's still a lot of bubbles. I had to blink. I couldn't hold it.
Look at his little face.
Hey, it's my. Yay!
About.
Oh, Bishop Price car. That's what I'm thinking about.
Probably solving the problems of the universe.
I just want to go in that car right now.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
God no.
I just see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right. No.
I'm gonna be dumb as bricks. Dad, help me in the car.
You know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Whether he's smart or not.
This thing's still popping bubbles.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
I blinked.
No, it's It's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
All I care about is that boot.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Mom, look! I painted
Thank
something!
you for considering my piece, John. It really means a
You
lot.
shouldn't be talking to John, and you should be looking at my art. Yeah, no, Mom. Mom!
Oh, that's sure a little...
Ah! It's art!
You know,
don't-
if you keep working
I
at
don't want to throw it.
one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
Mom, you're great. You play the piano like it's going out of style. I didn't know I was gonna have choices. Like, what happens if I throw that? Oh, frick! You mean to tell me I got jump scared in a goddamn whatever scrapbook? Baby grand piano.
See? That used to be my piano.
What? Where? Oh, yo!
Gave it to me. He loved music.
My wallpaper is
Left his
lit.
home country just to have a chance to pursue it.
Includes easy to play book, ages 2+. Ah, yes, Beethoven. Pocomoto. I got like a kangaroo lamp. Dude, I am living life. I'm all tucked in. I'm cozy as a posy.
God, he made me practice so much.
Grandpa looked like he was
Hated
really
it at
tired.
first.
Yeah. No.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow
I like your puffy
and I
jacket.
came all the way out here to the beach? I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Well, I wouldn't call you that, Mom. Teddy bear in the corner. Yo, this is great. Whoa.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something
My name's
real
Benny?
special?
I just don't want him to get attached.
Oh, I'm gonna get real attached. Is it a puppy?
Richard,
It's all.
cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't take that, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely no, right?
No,
I love this cat.
find someone to take him.
No,
But
no,
while he's here, I say we call him Ernie.
Ernie. Ernie is my best friend.
Ernie fits him, doesn't it?
Do not take Ernie from me.
He's so sweet.
Yes, he is. We're not losing him.
I think someone likes his new cat.
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
Cat.
Yes, my cat.
Yeah, I just mean for now. Of course, we're not gonna keep him.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey.
This is my cat.
But another thing I'll just say quickly.
Can I share my sippy
Build
cup
up a
with him?
resistance to allergies over time.
Yes!
What you're allergic to now.
Yes!
That's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye.
Boo. What do Anita and this boy have in
Just
common?
know,
One eye.
A month from now, he's going to be sleeping on my pillow, and I'm not going to be breathing.
No. Dad's like,
No, you'll be breathing because you'll have developed a tolerance.
You just said that, Mike.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow. Fair?
fair. No, Mom, do not. I have only known Ernie for 5 minutes, and I would kill anybody who tried to touch him. Ah! Shh, it's okay, Mom. Take some Claritin.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
No. Yes.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy?
No, this cat
Like
makes
just
me
wanna
feel
jump
happy.
Up and down?
This cat makes me want to jump up and
Well,
down.
what about C minor?
Sure.
You remember how to play that one?
No.
Very good.
Yes.
Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing
Aw,
what a
he's so
difference
cute.
one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
I like how it actually blurs out like what you're looking at.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
So sweet.
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Oh, Greece or Egypt? If I had to go to one, where would I want to go? I think Greece.
Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man, I gave you some unfortunate genes, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave you some good ones, so yeah, let's hope they balance each other out.
Helicopter. Where's my cat? Yeah, the dad is phenomenal.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
He told me.
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Yeah, sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much stupider than I thought.
Richard, what are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
I adore that so freaking much.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
They're just letting the cat hang out on the tape. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm in. What do we got here? Careers. Can't read what that says. Something help wanted. So let's see.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Oh, he's... No! Are those the files?
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
I'm getting better at art.
Yeah.
Corporate accountants.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the letterbox, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
How much time passed? I like how it has like a little
my
face
father once
at the
told
top.
me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me.
Please be the cat.
I
Oh,
haven't
no.
seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
I like how very, very human the conversations are in this game. Blink. I'm not able to control it with my actual blinks just because I am using my webcam for stream. So we're kind of just making this work. But If I didn't have this set to mouse, I'd be struggling so hard just to keep my eyes open.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Oh.
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Sorry, Mom. That was it. I got one chance and I failed. It's still January 7th.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
Mom! Dad, Mom's not looking! Whatever.
Just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
I'm not at all a fan of this.
Ernie!
Ernie!
Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Oh my God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
God, honey, I'm worried too.
The cat's missing.
Sweetie.
Ernie! Kid! Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
Somebody's mad.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay, well, let's take this seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up on one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously. Ernie! Come on,
Dude, as much of a sucker as I am for being a cat dad to my cats, like me and Kim's cats, this is absolutely not okay. Yeah, it's like when I click on stuff, time passes for that object.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
I thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Oh!
Ooh, boy.
Pee-hole distance!
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell.
Well, what are we talking about then?
Pee-hole distance, guys. Oh, they built like a shelf.
I'm still not understanding
Oh!
what happened.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Maybe we can put them outside or something. Until we can find homes for them.
I feel like they did a really good job of like encompassing what is a very real issue.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you kidding? I love it.
Oh, I'm in my dinosaur phase! Guys, what's your favorite dinosaur? We don't have that conversation enough as we get older. I like Triceratops and Velociraptors. Stegosauruses are okay.
Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes. Vanilla Gal
Got my Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah. Got those too.
Extremely expensive, right?
No. Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Visit Australia. Plesiosaurus. Yeah, right, Taylor, I feel like as we get older, people don't talk nearly enough about their favorite dinosaur. We talk too much about politics and social issues, and we argue with everybody, and we just have a bad old time, and we create so much stress. When in reality, if we all just sat down and we talked about our favorite dinosaurs, we might be able to have a bit more of a civil conversation. Find common ground.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex.
That was a dog.
But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I'm scared about my cat.
2 brackets on each side.
Oh, this is a mood.
Screws.
God, this is a mood, guys. When I built this desk that I'm using right now, you could ask Kim, I was miserable.
So that means we need 8 washers. We have 9. Where the hell are the washers?
Oh, they painted it. They upgraded. I don't know what changed with that. I wasn't paying enough attention, I guess.
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
I just drew a line to the 0. That's great.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
No! But Mr. Stuffalophagus needs me!
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I got little wrestling action figures. This relates a little bit. Look at all these goddamn trophies. Your boy's a prodigy. Prodigy. Never mind. Unsolved Rubik's Cube. Stack of magazines under the bed. Book bag hanging careless. A funky broccoli? Can I zoom in on funky broccoli? Funk broccoli? I'm not exactly a handyman, but I have been known to be handy. I know about a week ago I replaced all of the innards in our toilet because I had to redo the flapper lever and fill gauge, or fill valve, whatever you want to call it. So in times of extreme need, I can be handy, but it's not exactly something I'm like per se great with. Remember my first F Spanish too. It took me a while. I used to be really good in school when I was like a kid, and then like when I became a teenager, I just kind of had this issue where I just wasn't interested in a lot of things, and I was hanging out with a lot of rough people, and I made some really bad choices. And you know, it's kind of funny because a lot of people would say, oh, I'd go back and do this differently, I'd do that differently. I kind of firmly believe in just learning from what you've done right, what you've done wrong, and stuff like that. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'd go back and change any of it, because I mean, just to be honest and tell it like it is, a lot of the mistakes I made when I was a kid have reflected on how I wanted to evolve and develop as a person. And I think if you strip away some of those experiences that we all have in life, it's kind of like the butterfly effect, you know. Getting up on the right side of the bed instead of the left side of the bed can have a chain reaction of what happens in your day, and chain reacting one day can change what happens in your life. So I think it's good to look back on the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between, and just kind of be thankful. be thankful for where you've been, be thankful for where you are, and just try to always strive to make today a better day than it was yesterday. It's not always going to happen, but having that kind of that mentality in your mind of things may suck, but I really just want to try to pull something, just something, even if it's small, just something good out of today. That'll go a long way because you build on that, and suddenly you're building a Jenga tower. And there's always that fear when you're building a Jenga tower that it's going to fall down and you got to start over. So there's a lot of anxiety with that, but it's okay. Because you know what happens if the Jenga tower falls? You learn what happened when it fell, and you start right back. And you modify things to make sure that it's a much more stable. And if it keeps falling down, we'll get the super glue, and then nobody ain't playing Jenga, but your tower's gonna look beautiful. I have been known to be handy. Yeah, I'm not a handyman at all. I'm kind of just quite the opposite. But in cases where it's required, I can be handy.
Drive it back with you up there.
You're not my house. You're not.
We have a new neighbor. The goal's been mounted. We went from our little Fisher Price goal to mount it on the roof.
Fall back, you fool! I'll have your head. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside.
I like her little tennis racket sword.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want to play inside.
Oh, she got an attitude though.
You're not fair. You're not fair. You're not fair. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
Why, you want to whack me with the tennis racket?
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Making sure there are witnesses. There are lots of streetlights around here. If you whack me, I will scream and my dad will be right there. Maybe right there.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
I thought she was gonna moon me for a minute.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go, but try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did he do that?
Watch your profanity. I can already tell they're gonna be crushing. Yeah, why does she get a swing? Take a photo of this and it hits me in the gut and then runs away. Oh!
Everyone, Betty's about to play for us.
Oh, come on, Dad. Don't put me on the spot.
Wow, Elle.
They started to boo me, huh?
God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
What do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Oh, that's right. He's a professor. Never mind.
Well, no one really knows.
Professor of love handles.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
No one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Jesus, Elle, leave him alone. Why is she being...
Yeah, what a show.
I wanted to get out of there.
Class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
I love Mr. Isaac.
Class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you some.
Dear weird neighbor kid, we're in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school. We don't know each other.
This is
Do not talk to me ever.
I
Love,
want each
Chloe.
of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
I remember the past, her doomed to... Oh, I can't remember off the side.
Now, I will go on
Are
to the next slide.
condemned to repeat it.
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If we do not keep an
You
accurate
broke my
account of the
talking
past,
rule,
we
but
will
I asked you
desperately
to,
embarrass
so
ourselves and also
I guess I'll have to let you live.
And now on to what you
I like how
call
she
the wedding.
underwritten it.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
What did Dad get me? She's literally just a Makoto. Well, I'm in on that. Oh. What is this?
The little guys are pretty cute, though.
Oh.
I'll admit that.
I'm 11.
Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of
Conkster. The magic Conkster. What am I doing? Oh. A new contestant has approached. Oh, wait, is this like Pokemon? Clam Dunk, Lobstar, Shrump, Barnacles, and Amigo. Queen Marcy intercepted as they search for their lost monster, legendary Queen Conch, entrap gooey monsters with Dr. M's plasticity. This is literally Pokemon! Yo, everybody loves Shrump. Absolutely. Shrump and Lobstar, absolutely great. Clam Dunk, don't get me wrong, Clam Dunk's great, but Clam Dunk is also incredibly overrated. Like, I get it, it's an S tier pun, but Lobstar and Shrump, all the homies love Lobstar and Shrump. That's actually really really funny. Gotta catch 'em all, Conksters, it's you and me. These high-rise jeans are my destiny. It's Conksters, oh, you're my best friend. The deep sea we must defend. When all else fails, just use your conscience.
Ooh, boy.
Guys, I can't. This game's like so full of these little like charms and little just... I'm very in. It's also written in like an excellent way that like all the conversations feel very organic and very natural to stuff you would hear like in your real like everyday life. So I'm already very much in on that as well. If I can get my hair tucked under this hat. Guys, I'm gonna be so happy to cut my hair. I don't even know if I'm gonna do much off the length, but like the problem is like my undergrowth is like super bushy right now. We're gonna be shaving that nonsense. Alright. I like it's definitely not an Xbox controller, but it's... If it's wireless, is this like the little receiver? Also, my cake looks ballin'. Also, you can see they've actually been doing my handprints every year. Okay. Yeah, let's play some of it.
Next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
It's a Y cube.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Old Benny, huh?
Sweet. Thank you for playing this game.
A wild lobstar appears.
Just thank me for hanging out with you?
Shut up.
That's a very interesting detail.
Shut up.
Okay,
Tickle
shut.
stick, gill net, fish and spear, use bait.
Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
A lobstar!
That's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more things.
I got a rover from Animal Crossing
Not
eraser.
me, though.
I'll draw you.
I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough.
That's pretty... Bull crap! That's great! Got a VHS tape. Use tickle stick! Yeah! All these VHS tapes. God. Oh, we got pizza bagels! This is basically like a 90s simulator right here. And it hurts.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places.
Play Big B Great the
if you're
Playscape.
really, really good at something. You've had
so much trouble making friends at Playco.
Screw
I
Playco.
want you at a place where people really...
Mom, you're living vicariously through me. Much like real life, I ain't reading this.
So what do you think, Benjamin?
Well, don't
You
call
think
me
you could
Benjamin.
excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition?
Audition?
We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley.
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
I am so out on your conversation, but I
Taciturn.
like your pupper.
Yes. People have described me that way.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, I would never say
It's like you were
that.
born with a broomstick
Thank
up your
you.
butt.
I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm.
You can't even say that with a straight face, Mom!
Caring.
That boy's ice cold. That boy is Sub-Zero. That boy is actually Sub-Zero. If you take off his flesh mask right there, boom, he's Sub-Zero. I'm on to you. We're going to find getting to see him next week for the first time since COVID. Hey! Dude, enjoy that. I'm sure that'll be incredibly dope. Doing video editing for school finals. What you editing? What you editing? Also, Phantom, we love pizza bagels. Pizza bites or pizza bagels. I kind of combined those words. I haven't had pizza bagels in a while.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try.
These car seats
We
look
can see if
awful.
you
They
start
look like...
enjoying it.
I'm not going to enjoy this. Fun.
Just like to see you
Funga.
really rap like that when I was your
Yeah, but I don't,
I
Mom.
wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be. Oh my God, Benny! What are you thinking? You could have killed us.
You overreacted. It's a piece of paper.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
No!
Oh my God. Is she really calling you again?
Leave her alone.
Is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Oh man,
Maybe
did I just
am
cause a
little
fight
checked out,
with your
but
parents?
I actually think the
I'm
fact
sorry,
that I'm
dude,
checked out means
but
that
you
we'll
should
send
also
help to
cherish
the ocean
these
here a little
moments.
bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I
We
actually
like Chloe.
miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we got to be leaning on lobster a lot more in these reef battles. Then, once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I
This is
definitely
literally
don't want you to play
Pokemon.
without me. But if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the Red Reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types.
I love
we're
this.
for sure gonna need. but we'll talk more tomorrow, okay?
Or the script writing.
Okay, I gotta go.
Weird take. I mean, I think it's one of those things like if you have like a parent divorce or parents die and things like that, it's kind of one of those, regardless of like what's actually happening, whether it's an argument or good times or bad times, you kind of just long for that unity and energy. I'm gonna fail this audition.
Anubis, in the presence of
Anubis,
who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land.
This is all foreshadowing, isn't it?
And what if they are deemed unworthy?
I do want to see a magic trick, yes.
You can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got, and yes,
Hey,
that's a she.
Mr. Kid.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion. See?
Oh God, dear weird neighbor kid. Tonight after my dad goes to sleep, I'm going to sneak out of the house and sleep on the beach. You want to get invited? Draw me a picture of Mr. Isaac feeling constipated.
She is ready to
love
devour
weird neighbor kid.
any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
I honestly very, very much appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. How'd you like that?
I want to go sleep on the beach.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a
Mom,
master.
I don't even want to be I don't even want to be a musician.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Of course I'm sneaking out.
Didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize.
I'm gonna be a hoodlum.
Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
You know, I'm really glad you're here.
I'm a burrito!
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever.
Stay.
And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most. Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways.
This is super charming, man.
I think I like that you let me talk.
Yo, is this a Rington confession?
My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
GCX, can we get like a Persona 5 style like Rington Max with Chloe? Cool, Mom's gonna be pissed at me.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay, you still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay?
You're in!
Guys, Ben, we're going to be there soon.
This music is not gonna help me sleep, Mom. Triforce is getting anxious.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear. Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was.
Mom's gonna be
quite the
pissed.
drive.
This is just Mom's Piss Simulator 2K21.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
No, maybe, woman. You did.
You have to find something to focus on.
I did. I found a friend.
The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Oh, I feel that. Hey, big.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I worry about that all the time. You just gotta take it one day at a time, Mom. One day.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Am I sick?
Of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Oh,
Just
wait a
maybe
minute.
5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
Well, I don't like anything about this.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really...
What's going on with me? Where's my cat? Here's the burnout honor student time. For real. Gotta be something else I can look at here.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Yeah, like play video games. Mom, I could make it moderately as a small-time streamer. I could make like maybe 15 or 20 extra dollars that you wouldn't be giving me if you just let me hook up a webcam right there. And then I'll use this old Mac to stream. I've been eating soup. Is there anything I can look at in here? Rubik's Cube still unsolved. Great. My boat! I kind of love this. I got my boat and I drew a picture. It's a little off the page. That's my fault here. Oh, I'm doing art for Twitch now. Wildcat. I got a hockey trophy? Dude, I'm great.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me? What's he doing?
I'm doing art! Of all of Clement, Death and Life. Oh, I have art now. I like the death boy.
Why isn't your phone doing this, No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art.
Dude, I'm getting pretty good at it too, and I got a digital tablet now.
Oh, he doesn't play much anymore. But you have to see how good he's playing.
Show us after dinner.
I mean, if they let us. You know,
Okay. I'm discovering who I am as a person through my interest. Blue ribbon!
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Get bodied! Get bodied! I drew a boat! Anybody can draw a horse. I own this boat. It's from my childhood. This is a memory. We absolutely dunked on that child. TriforceCaboose. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter why, doesn't matter what time frame. I'm always dunking on kids. TriforceCaboose will dunk on children. Art school application. 2 short paragraphs decide what makes you want to pursue a career in arts. Oh, I got some chunky fingers. Let me drink some juice. We got a cactus. I like how that dad was GCX.
Ooh, boy.
I actually really like this approach.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack, John!
I'm doing it!
Art, you ponies!
Call me a pony again. I made art. I call this one Castlevania with fruit. Let's just draw. Wait a minute. 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 I want to distort it. And then
Very zany. Very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
voila! I call it Death's Day Off. Oh, we're really doing this again, huh? Oh.
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend!
Okay. I call this one the love child of Kirby Sands and Donald Duck grows an orange tree.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn.
Show them my second one. It's my best work.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
I call it bold and brash.
I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Oh, I love this game. I love our art teacher. I'm gonna call him Scott.
It's difficult putting one foot in front of the other when they are no longer touching the ground.
He's like, Kirby Sands and Donald Duck have a child that raises an archery will change the art masses. Who move over Picasso, Van Gogh, move over Leonardo da Vinci. Benjamin Bryn, with his masterpiece, Kirby Sands and Donald Duck's love child grows an orange tree will change the art landscape. This will hang in museums. They will sell prints of this for thousands of dollars.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
You guys don't even know what you're saying.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
I like how it looks like a guy here who's kind of like with one tooth, and he has on boxing gloves, and he's been beating up the couch. You can see the bruises. I shall call this Ed beats up his couch while his fans look on.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent? Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do? Paint me to death?
I ain't selling my soul. Don't sell your dreams.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
What is an artist? A miserable pile of oil paints. I basically drank all the wine and realized we were going to toast it and spit it back out.
So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling. Now I take it. If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
I like his little butter swan. Phantom, was that no to throw in the contract at her? Alright, let's make another masterpiece.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my
I think it is. All places.
I caused this one. I accidentally spilt some paint and made it work. If you look past the paint, I actually call this the Stairway to Heaven, featuring roses. Dude, I think that'd be dope to study abroad. You got this, Phantom. You absolutely got it.
Through that contract in her face now, you didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now,
My Stairway to Heaven painting did it well.
important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
We love our art teacher. I don't remember his name, but I think I named him Scott. Captivating. Bryn reinvents reinvention and reinvents it again. 5 stars, the art time. If you have eyes, you'll love this show. 5 stars, New York Forum. God, this traffic though, right? Even my car face is looking rough. Also, my panel's a little wild.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm going to be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just gonna get back to work, okay?
I don't like this. I call this the exotic typewriter.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak.
Dad looks so broken down.
Benny? You ready to come up here?
No. No.
Go on, B. Say something.
A giant metronome.
Why aren't you talking?
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Bryn? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Dude, I'm having a rough time. Losing a parent's really hard. I can speak from experience on that. I remember, I thought about this a little on stream, and I guess we can get into feely stuff. I don't care. Whenever my dad died, it was an incredibly rough time for me. Me and my dad were very, very close. My dad was older when I was born. I think I've joked around with you guys before about how like my brothers are like significantly older than I am. And so like when I was born, my dad was he was disabled. He broke his back right after I was born. And so my dad spent a lot of time at home with me. So I grew up very, very very close to my dad. And he'd been sick with some issues with his lungs for a long time, and when I was 16, my dad I don't remember. My dad died the day before my birthday, so it all bleeds in. Because my birthday's October 20th. My dad passed away on October 19th, 2011. So it all bleeds together. I was either 15, turning 16 the next day, or I was 16. I think I was 15, turning 16 the next day. And you kind of just take for granted that, like, it's one of those things you kind of take for granted sometimes, the people that are in your life. I've talked pretty extensively about how Dad, like, encouraged everything I did. Whether it was like any of my crazy ideas, any of my crazy like schemes, or like just anything I wanted to be or anything I wanted to set my mind to, my dad was super like supportive. And when somebody passes, you feel like a lot of that support is gone. And like, I went through the motions at the funeral. You know, I gave the speech that you were supposed to do. I said all the things you were supposed to say, but I was very disconnected from it all. And it took a long time for me to really open up in a way that like I felt like I could put it to like closure. Because like, the eulogy I gave at the funeral was more for the people that were there and not so much for me. Because for me, you know, I'm 16. There's so much stuff in like life that I wanted to do. There's so much stuff that I wanted my dad to be a part of. And then it was just gone. And like, I remember the day that he passed, I didn't go to the hospital. I suck with hospitals. My dad spent a lot of time in the hospital as a kid. I suck with hospitals. I suck even worse now that he's passed. But like, my dad kind of held everything together. And then when it's gone, you kind of have to just reassess, you know, like where you're at. And God bless Kim, because she put up with a lot of nonsense whenever it was going on. It's like a shock to the system when you lose a parent. Because I'd lost family members before, but nothing ever quite so like impactful. Not quite the gut punch. Nothing that really sucked the air out of your lungs. And even now, I'm holding it together, guys, but I struggle sometimes to talk about it because like where I'm at now, being, you know, I'm obviously, you know, I'm 26 now. It's been like October will be 10 years since my dad passed. A lot changes in a decade. A lot doesn't change. There's still a lot of emptiness, but you kind of you work with it. And I know my dad would love what I'm doing on Twitch. My dad would very much be incredibly supportive of me goofing off and playing games and meeting all you wonderful people. My dad would love you guys. My dad would love... He would probably never be in chat. He would probably watch with Mom and let Mom do all the typing because my dad was awful with that stuff. But it kind of opened my eyes sometimes to like... I had it very lucky, and I don't take that for granted. I had it very lucky that my dad was very supportive. Because I know a lot of people don't have that kind of relationship with their dad. And that's one thing I really try to bring when I stream and when I content create, is I try my very best to take all of that love and all of that understanding and all of that support that my dad gave me and pour it back out. Because a lot of people just don't get that. And a lot of times people use Twitch or YouTube or whatever it is, whatever content you watch. You know, the internet's a big deal. Whatever content you watch, it's, you know, you're trying to relax. You're trying to put to bed and give some time between some of the reality and some of the stress of the world. So I try my very, very hardest to make sure you all know that you're loved, that you all know that you're respected and that you have value, because my whole life my dad told me that, and I took it a little bit for granted. And you know, reflecting in hindsight on like the passing of my dad, kind of opening it up through this game, sometimes all you need is somebody just to tell you that what you're doing is good, that they believe in you, and that you, no matter how crappy things may be, you're doing just fine. And I want to take that with the honest and utmost spirit that my dad kind of bestowed onto me, and I want to tell you guys are doing great. Wherever you're at in life, whatever's going on, whatever frustration, I tell you that every time when I end stream, but I don't want it to be like something that I just parrot to end stream. I don't want it to be like just a closing, because I mean that. Whatever you guys got going on, wherever you're at, you guys are killing it. It may not feel like it sometimes. Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, it may be a rough day. It may be a rough week. It may be a rough month. It may be a rough year. But you guys are pushing through. You guys are making it day in and day out. And just like Dad would tell me, I would tell you guys. You know, whether you've been with me on my content creation for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If you're just coming in, it's your first time, whether you're lurking, you're talking, whatever it is, I don't care. I'm proud of you guys. I know it's not easy. Life's not easy. But I'm proud of you guys. Because you guys are waking up every day and you're killing it. And if nobody's told you, I want you to know I love you guys. And I mean that. From the bottom of my baby Yoda. I mean that. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys listening to me rant. I think that's what they meant when this game's supposed to be super sad. I don't think it's so much the game itself so far, but it just kind of peels back a couple layers and lets you kind of reflect. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm just now looking back at chat. I definitely need a hydrate. A little shake it off type moment, because I haven't really reflected on some of that stuff like I maybe should have. And I can't think of the name of the developers of this game, but good on you. Because it's just something to look back at. Because I miss my dad very much. But I don't let the goodness and the positivity that he impacted and left me with, I don't want that to leave with him. So that's why I try my very, very best to make sure you all know that you're loved and that you're killing it. This gong's for you guys. As always, that gong is sent with love. Let me catch up on chat here. Let's see, it's important to us. Thank you guys. Watch me awkwardly laugh to prevent some tears, but thank you guys very much. And Treasure, I didn't realize you had. I think we may have talked about it before, actually, that you had lost a parent as well. So I'm sending that love out to you as well, because I 100% empathize with that. It doesn't ever get really any easier. You just kind of learn how to adapt and improvise, and you just figure out how to make it work. And Sugar, hi! I always love to just wave at people. I added that command in, so whenever people follow and it's like their first night in the stream, even if they don't want to really say a lot, they can still feel like they can be a part without being anything that requires a lot of forced communication or anything. I don't want to ever make anybody feel like they have to talk. Ooh boy. All right, let's get back in here. Oh.
You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you're a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
Give the guy a break, man. Dear Gears of Global Light and Triforce, I'm so glad you kept his positive energy in memory. I really, really appreciate that. Like I say, I would have loved to have done some videos and let you guys meet my dad and off. Maybe I'll find some clips and stuff of home movies and I'll do a little something for that, because I very much keep that kind of positivity that he instilled. And I just try to bring it to every stream. If I'm having a rough day, I try to let you guys know, like, hey, sometimes when I stream, it's been a rough day, and sometimes I gotta like psych myself into this mindset to stream. But one thing I'm very earnest about is I never want to bring a false like character, guys. There is no like TriforceCaboose the character. It's just Hawk. It's Hawk with a fancy name. And that's all it is. So I really, really appreciate you guys, and if I have ever made you guys smile once, then I feel like things are okay. And I want you guys to know that everything is okay, whether it feels like it or not.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand. Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Ooh. I call this masterpiece Mom.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So that book was the scrapbook that she showed me at the beginning of the game that had like all of her pictures in it. And it kind of gave me a chance to pick from like the pictures of her in the snow, her with her dad, and then her as a kid playing the piano. Oh hey. The Passing Day. Inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer Ellie Stevens, relatively unknown in her time, Fred lifted his mother's work out of obscurity with the creation of this piece. Hey, Chloe!
I can't believe this. It's been years.
Considered to be one of the greatest composers of her time.
It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
Oh, absolutely, I'm down.
I just can't
always
believe
searching.
That my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to?
Yes.
God, you were such a little jerk back then.
You just wanted to play my PlayStation.
Fine, you know?
Did you?
Oh my god, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money.
Don't you sell it. It's also got Lobstar on it and I want it. Oh, sugar for real. This game's hitting me in a way.
And your
Launchpad.
mom.
I liked my name for it better.
I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
GCX, after we see the actual name of these, can we like just like paste the names I gave them over this?
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything.
I call this one Hand on Canvas and other one Big Boy Boat.
Now would you look at that?
No!
I cannot believe
No! Take me back!
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh,
She was shooting her shot.
Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul.
What's up,
I
Clark?
mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter?
Take me back in my dreams. I did forget about the dog, too.
Gatekeeper's gonna eat you up.
Take me back to my dreams.
Speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift.
I want to see what happened with me and Chloe.
Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one? His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
What's up, Clark?
What'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
He was a composer.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
He was demanding.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness
It's
that
just a
she
fact.
never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
Absolutely. They 100%.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
Thanks for being here, Clark.
Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and
Or in your
shape
eyes,
were the
1%
first
blanket, 90%
languages he
gameplay,
learned to speak.
99% gameplay, 100% reflection of your life and realization of your inner truths. Where's the lie?
He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor.
I don't want this to be
launched
over.
his work into the national spotlight. But be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
I said shut up, you scum dolls! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds.
Even you, Clark?
They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again.
Yeah, the crows are saying liar.
To feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
He feels bad for the gulls.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
I do miss Clark.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just
Thank you for the posture check.
Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
And the hydrate. Thank you very much, my friend. Wait, am I on my toy boat?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it.
Oh, wait, this is like that one scene in Willy Wonka.
She'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck.
What?
And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you.
Stop sniffing me.
But it's too late for that.
What is going on?
We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
What? Willy Wonka
This ain't
boat
a
red.
schoolyard staring contest, buddy. You best close those beady little eyes of yours before we run out
Beady?
of time.
What?
Not
What
this.
is up? Ah, Ernie!
Major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
No,
Like you just want to jump up?
oh, don't make me skip
What
through.
about C minor?
No.
Remember how to play that one?
Yes. No!
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked,
It's like forcing me to quickly go
what
through my
about your
life.
children?
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
Ooh. I have to do something.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh. Oh, what is
See,
it?
she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now?
Oh, Grandpa died.
Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
God, honey.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Oh no! I have the worst feeling about this. No!
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways.
Oh, Coffin, we're elbow deep in an emotional field trip. This game's already got me reflecting on all kinds of stuff in life, like my dad passing and all kinds of stuff. This game's already got me tore up.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this.
Okay, fine, I'll move.
Hey, El, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down
Yeah,
to my office?
do I get to find out
Come
what
on,
happened?
keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
We can focus in. Make sure he's staying engaged.
I find out what was wrong with me?
What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never going to get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
Sleep.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
What is going on?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you?
I can't tell. It feels like it passed in a
Sicker than
blink.
healthy kids are supposed to get. Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Like how they actually, a small detail, you can actually hear the kids playing outside, which is a good detail. I like the lava lamp actually works. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier.
Try writing with it.
Hi, Mom.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So artsy.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
What do I write about?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
I like how it all fades away.
Story
but
of who
the
you're going to
typewriter.
become, okay?
Great life of friend. I like how there's a typo in my own name. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home. Raised by loving parents. In a quiet village by the sea. This is what the boy told what they told this is exactly what our wolf boy told the gatekeeper. Page 1, print it, send it to the press, it's hot off the press. Great story of Benjamin Bryan. We'll just edit that out in post. G6, edit out the typo. Right now. Ah, that is art.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you?
I tried. Ignore the typos. GCX will fix them.
Here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first thing.
My boy just confessed!
Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
No wonder she shot her shot with him years later. That is such a cool detail. I like how they throw the choices you make back. Because you write this when you're talking to the wolf after you've lived it. And then throwing it back in a way that it's like as it's currently unfolding, seeing it in the past. That is such a great idea. That is excellent game design. Excellent. That's beautiful.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Oh, this brings back all kinds of memories.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
I don't know if I've ever really talked about this on stream. When I was 14, they found a mass in my brain right down between the two lobes. And they thought I might have brain cancer. And so I was 15 actually, not 14. But yeah, guys, from the time I was 15 through the time I was 18, I had doctor's visits, and it kind of coincides with like my dad passing, because it started like right before my dad died. And then my dad passed, and I was still dealing with all this medical stuff. I was having headaches, I was having nerve pain, they were doing MRIs. There was this long, extensive section of testing where contrast dye MRIs, CT scans, shots, doctor visits, hospital visits. Like, I spent so much time with like doctors and junk. So I've had so many MRIs in my life that this is really funny, because normally there's a little black dot or some square or something right here that they tell you to focus on, and you're not allowed to move. And if you have the contrast dye, they have the IV hooked up into your arm, so you're laying there, and it's loud, and they give you headphones with like a radio station. You tell them what kind of music you like, and they put on something close to the music you like. And you lay there and you just look at this little dot. Sometimes you close your eyes, sometimes you don't, and you just think about it. And when you don't know what's happening, like when they told me they may have to go in and do surgery on my brain, they may have to do, like, you just lay there and you think a lot. And it's terrifying. It is horrifying. And this brings a lot of that, just memories back. So, this game's hitting me in a lot of ways, guys. And I'm sorry for ranting about life. So, I feel that's autistic, such a sad thing for such great kids that simply need a bit of help. The world treats them as an unwanted way of autism. There's nothing wrong with autism itself, but it's how people treat it. Oh, absolutely. I think it's one of those things that is mishandled 90% of the time. And it's really awful when you think about how much of a margin 90% is of mishandling compared to like 10% of handled correctly. I think that's where a lack of understanding and a lack of compassion comes in big time. I wonder if they are going to go that route. That'd be very interesting. I think awareness for things is phenomenal.
You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but
accurate representation is more important than awareness in some cases.
Loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Oh, I'll let her read it. I don't care.
Can't.
Go in there and tell me you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
You shut the door on your way. Okay, never mind. That's fine. I'll get up and shut it in a minute. And Bren was the worst ever lived. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside. Just laid down and died.
Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait with you here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom. That's Mama. Sweetie, I'm here with you.
So, if he's ever in...
Oh, if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
So everything's static and bright red until you press like the morphine button, I guess. Huh. Press the red button.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this.
Get him. Tear him up, Richard.
Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Ooh, boy.
People can be heartless, especially businesses and people who are very concerned with how the cogs in the machine run. Sometimes it's very easy for them to completely lose sight of everything.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because
Ellie's my mom.
If you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are...
Oh, it's a
I
bad
remember when you were just
day.
4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here. And
Yeah, Ellie is the mom, so I think that was the dad talking to the mom's boss.
But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys.
I didn't mean to
She
hang
just
up on
couldn't
Chloe. I feel kind of bad
believe
about that.
how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
She looks so tired. She got her sweats and slippers on.
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
She got that quarantine drip. There we go. Get well soon. I love that. Oh! Let him in. Look at how old Ernie is. He's so skinny. Guys, that's gonna tear me up. Me and Kim's oldest cat, Moon Pie, is turning 15. And she's so adorable. Her meow's gotten very raspy. She's a lot slower when she jumps on things, but god dang, we love her so much. So seeing Ernie here kind of just reinforces the whole motto of this game. You know, when you blink, you miss it. And you stand where you're at now and you look back on your life, you look back at, like, you know, animals you've had, places you've lived, friends that you've had, people you talk to, people you don't talk to, loved ones that pass. You look at it and you kind of just have to kind of assess where things are at, what makes you happy in your memories, and you can kind of apply that into really appreciating where you are today. I say all that because the cat walked in, but it's something just to kind of think about.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
That's our dang girl right there.
I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Soundtrack for this game is excellent as well.
We have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she wants more.
Yes, give that cat all the sashimi. Game's hitting me, guys. Your boy's gonna cry on stream again. I can already tell you. Oh, bees, it has been a time.
Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling
Back
now.
when phone books were a thing. This illness is all up in my face. Bees, this game's been tearing me up.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day.
Oh, where I told her that she was my first love.
I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at?
I'm gonna write stay
Don't
here
look
again.
up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
Oh god, so the first time we hung out with her, we looked up at the stars and found stay here.
I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is.
Okay.
So maybe if you close your eyes.
Don't tear me up, girl.
You, and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Also, did you notice when she came in, the pain went away? She sprints out of there real quick. This game's got me tore up. Dear weird neighbor kid. You are my first love. Love, Chloe. Oh, that is so sweet. And not a bit of pain in sight. I like how she even highlighted it, like she did when she told me she'd beat me up when we first met her in the game. Oh, I move super slow now. Come on! Ugh!
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're
Spiritfarer
right.
broke me.
It's just a
I
melody
actually
between
have
me.
Spiritfarer on my list of things
It
to
feels
play.
good to play it.
How long is that game, by the way?
It's sad.
Yeah, well,
Oh God,
that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
all the conversations
it made
feel
me
super
feel
real.
Like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
I mean, that was pretty good.
Be brave, thinking of you. I didn't even take my pills. Yeah, the medicine's not stopping the pain anymore. No. Oh. Come on. Get to the food. No.
I can't breathe.
I know.
What's going on?
Okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something.
Look at how slow the metronome's going.
Breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny. Just close your eyes.
And this is our guide in the
You know,
afterlife.
for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated.
No, you're Thesaurus.
I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now.
I'm nervous.
I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Very, very peaceful. Very serene. This game's got me like on the edge of tears at any given moment. He's the worst Thundercat I've ever met. He may be the worst Thundercat, but no, I don't have a joke. He's the most sensitive and loving Thundercat.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper is not what I expected. She's freaking great.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
Wait.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
Wait a minute. So I'm not a well-renowned painter. Wait, is that just how I wanted my life to be? Did I actually die when I was like 12 and none of the stuff that happened, like getting to be a famous artist, none of that happened? I just died as a kid and my parent... Okay, whoa. Metronome stopped. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that concept right now, Phantom. Does he say anything if I don't? I like his little boots. He got little patches on it. The gatekeeper looks a lot less, you know, intimidating than I thought they would.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy.
Oh no! Everything I told him was what I wrote in my book. It's how he imagined his life would be. Yeah, so the beginning, everything after everything, because did you notice he was able to explore his passion in art after he got better? He never got better. Everything was a lie, from him getting famous to him throwing the not selling out to people recognizing him to his mom dying and him using that to get closer with his dad to actually like finding Chloe at the end, and they were going to try to like explore their dating life, and actually that first unrequited love, you know, coming back around and becoming you know, like you go from like childhood crush to your like wife or husband. Like, it's all just how he imagined his life would be.
My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Oh. They made a game around blinking because they knew your eyes were going to be full of water for the whole... for the whole goddamn game. Triforce is okay, guys. I woke up my cat with my tears. He's pissed. Oh, I don't know who's cutting onions, Sugar, but oh god, they really need to stop.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
I really appreciate this character a lot. This kind of gatekeeper character, not this gatekeeper, but this kind of like ferry driver character who sees through your lies and doesn't let you get away with even the lies you might tell yourself. I feel like it's a very underrated character. I love this boy. Mwah. Little kiss on the forehead. That was actually in the eye, but it's fine. G6 can fix it in post. G6 is do like a very slow play-by-play. When my cursor gets here, just move it back up here, and then do like a little kiss effect.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Game's dedicated to my father, the old man who taught me how to play. Oh god, that's gonna get me, guys. I mean, guys, that was a heck of a stream. I feel like, seeing that Uptime Phantom, I feel like this game has been a lot longer than 3 hours. Oh god, guys, I'm sorry. My eyes are just not... my eyes are just not cooperating. It's a nice retrospect on life and how to just really take a second to appreciate. Yeah, I feel like on toward the end when he was trying to say like, don't worry, she's gonna let you in and everything, I feel like he kind of learned a lot on that retread of the life that was more honest. I'm sure he's just so jaded from all the people that have lied to him. This game's sad in a way that it's not like you get attached to Benjamin and you're sad that he goes. And you're sad at the life he wanted to live, and you're sad that sometimes circumstances take people away. And sometimes life isn't fair. It makes you reflect and relate. And it kind of makes you realize that sometimes there's a lot of sadness that's inside you that's really easy to lock away. Sometimes it's easy to take a lot of what you're dealing with and a lot of what you've struggled and a lot of what you've been through, and sometimes it's really hard to face that head on and like really unpack a lot of it. And you know, life doesn't stop, the clock doesn't stop, you can't just shut down. So you take part of your sadness, you take the things you can't deal with, the things you can't work through, and you put them in a nice little box, and you put a big lock on the box, and you store that box in your soul. And every time something happens that you don't have time to deal with, you don't have time, you know, whether it's you got work, you got school, you got life events, you can't go through it, you take another event in life, another feeling of loneliness, another feeling of insecurity, another day of depression, another day of anxiety, another broken relationship, another mismatched feeling, another day of not feeling good enough, guilt, pain, agony, and you tuck it in the box, and you lock it back up, and you put it back inside, and you tell yourself you'll get to it and you'll unpack it at a later date. And I think that they did something really special, because if just for a minute this game gives you a second to reflect on things, and even if it's as simple as pulling one thing out of the box and finally putting it on the shelf. It's not about unpacking the box all at once. It's about the little things. Taking one thing out, and then just being kind to yourself. Because sometimes it's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's a process. And we should never feel bad about handling it in a process. Thank you for playing. No, thank you for making this. This game is an excellent experience. And time, the worst speed run ever at 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 21 seconds. Guys, I want to take a second while people are in here and while we have some nice, relaxing music. I hope everybody's okay. And I don't mean that as an you're okay today. I don't mean that as a you're okay right now. I mean that as like as a general overall. I hope life is being kind to you. I hope you take a second to remember that you are important and you are magnificent. And I hope no matter what bad things are coming your way, that you remember that you're still killing it. And I say that because I don't want it to sound sappy. I don't want it to sound cheesy. I want it to sound very real. I hope you guys know that you can overcome whatever obstacles are in your way. I hope you guys all know that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. And I hope you guys all know that no matter how big, no matter how small the problems are in life, no matter how big the hole in your heart feels, that you are loved and you are uplifted and you are very, very much appreciated and acknowledged. I know all too well what it's like to not feel that and to be your own worst critic. If I say this, if you're looking for a sign, if you're looking for something, just a small little flicker in the darkness, I love you guys. I mean that. And whether you see this now, whether you see this, like I said, on YouTube later, however it is, I think it's very important to just take a little pit stop in life and to just breathe and just set it all down. Set down today's problem, set down tomorrow's responsibility, set down the baggage that you've been dragging through the dirt that's getting heavier and heavier and heavier by the day. I think it's important that you all just, and like, I know this isn't my normal like on brand of comedy, this isn't my soundboard or my gong, or I'm not making like loud noises or overreacting, but I just wanted to be serious for a second. Because I know it can get really tiring dragging around some of that luggage. So right now, let's take a second and set it all down. Breathe a little. Just take a second to appreciate how far you've come. How even though things are heavy, things aren't perfect, it could be storming, it could be snowing, it could be hailing, it could be hell on earth. You're still moving forward. And whether you're dragging, you're kicking, you're screaming, you're crying, you're running, you're sprinting, you're thriving, you're surviving, or you're barely aliving, don't you ever give up. Do you hear me? Don't you ever give up. This world's not the same without you here. And I think it's important you all know that. And I say it every night when I end stream, but I'm saying it with some oomph tonight. We've been on a journey, chat. Very, very heavy journey. Don't you ever lose sight of how great you are. Even if it gets really, really foggy. Even if things get real misty. Ever forget how great you all are. Oh God, this game is needed. Wherever you find this, let this be the pit stop you need. Just breathe a little. We're still having a good time. And this isn't exactly what I anticipated when I started stream. I knew it'd be like a Hawk's gonna cry on stream, yada yada. But I feel like we hit a few nerves and uncovered a little bit as a chat. And guys, like I say, if you're here tonight, whether you come through all the time, it's your first time, you ended up here on a raid, and you're just kind of hanging out, it's really been an honor. Hang out as friends. And just kind of share that love back and forth. Whether you've said a lot in chat, whether you haven't said a word, I don't care. It's all about just taking a second. That's the only thing I want to take away from this stream. Is just lots of love and lots of understanding, lots of good vibes. It's been rough. I won't lie. This stream was rough. The game's excellent. I recommend this to anybody. Because I guarantee you, if you play it, even if you've seen it, you'll have a different experience than I had. Shoutouts to Velfor Culture for recommending me this game. He brought it to my attention yesterday, and it's been very much needed. And you guys that are still hanging out with me, listening to me ramble, that gong's for you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Coulter!
Hello there.
Coulter, are you summoning Dave to end stream on a high note? Is that what this is doing? Is this to clear the air in the room? Because I don't know if you've seen it. Your boy's been balling on stream. Your boy has had a heck of a time. You have been summoned. Please bring a smile to our face. He loves it when you summon him. Don't let him fool you.
I'm alright that you have disturbed my slumber tonight. Dave hopes you all know you are loved and to bring smiles and happiness. Dave will dance for you. Just this once! If you think my head is large, you should see my heart and my compassion for you all! Just this once.
Oh, David. We love Dave. Dave's been the best happy accident I think I've ever had while streaming, and he's become a long-standing, fun tidbit for stream. I hope in some way this stream was able to find you in a spot that made you smile, or even made you reflect. And we'll be back on our normal nonsense tomorrow on Danganronpa. More than likely I'll play Danganronpa again because it's longer than Ace Attorney and I kind of got to get through that game. So we'll be back on Danganronpa tomorrow night and I look forward to hanging out with you guys. If you're free, come through. If not, no worries. It ain't no big deal. Uncle Triforce will always be around and always have a gong and a doorbell ready for you the second you walk through the door. Have a good night's sleep, guys. Or a good day, depending on what time it is where you're at. Just enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the moment. Remember you loved. Remember you cared about. And I send that to you guys with this gong from me to you. As always, and until we meet again on the tracks for our next crazy, wacky, and wild adventure, as always, the pleasure is all mine. I love you guys. But this caboose is loose and leaving the station. I tried to wink, but I kind of just blinked both eyes, so it fits the theme of the game. I'm gonna go. Good night, guys.
Pee hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.